This weekend at UFC 318, Dustin Poirier is getting his fourth crack at an undisputed title. This time it's for the BMF belt against Max Holloway. My name is Angelo. This is We Want Picks, and I'm going to give you my PrizePicks entry for UFC 318. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than any of the numbers you see on the screen, you put a few of them together, and you can make a ton of money. It is super fun. It's very easy. It is flexible, and they will even give you free money to play. To get $50, 50, for free, the only thing you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. Use promo code WWP, build yourself a little tiny baby $5 entry, and they'll give you $50 instantly that you can use for whatever you want. And I'm about to give you an entry right now. Take this one, throw $5 at it. A half a second later, you will have $50 in your account to do whatever you want with. Let's go ahead and break this down. That's wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, promo code WWP. What PrizePicks has done is they've made a few changes. First of all, they've added this little popular section, which I like because this takes all the most popular lines that most people are jumping on. It doesn't tell you what people are doing, right? It doesn't say if they're going more or less, but it says these are the most popular lines right now for the sport that you're looking at. You can see here it's every sport imaginable, including video games. You can mix and match sports. We're going to focus very squarely on UFC 318. If we look at the popular one, I'm actually going to jump right on top of this significant strike combo line with Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. What the significant strike combo line is, it is a total number of strikes landed in the fight. Doesn't matter who lands them, doesn't matter who won, who lost. It's just the total number of strikes between those two fighters. And this 244.5 seems like a high number, but I ran through both of their fight history, and both of them have cruised past this number with different opponents, let alone together. Two high-volume guys. Dustin's fighting at home in a retirement fight. I don't imagine he's going to do a lot of grappling. I think these two are going to get after it on the feet, and unless Max Holloway's chin is completely gone, these two are going to get after it. They're going to land far more than 244.5 significant strikes. A couple of these other lines are enticing. The Patricio Pitbull takedown line, I want to hit the less, but I'm going to leave it alone because Danny Ige can be taken down. Pitbull does have some decent takedowns. I'm going to leave that one alone. The Kyler Phillips line, I do like the less here. The reality is that Vinicius Oliveira is a dog. He's an absolute dog. He has outdogged almost every single person he's ever fought. And he was taken down 3 times by Ricky Simón, so it is possible to take him down. But Ricky Simone's 10 times the wrestler that Kyler Phillips is. I think Vinicius Oliveira is going to give Kyler Phillips a lot of trouble. This line is 2 takedowns because Kyler does get takedowns. He just took Rob Font down a handful of times. But the reality is, Rob Font has no takedown defense whatsoever, and Rob is just sort of a busy boxer. Vinicius Oliveira is everything. He's scrambling. He's dangerous on the ground. He's kicking. He's punching. He's doing all the things, which is going to keep Kyler out of rhythm and make it so it's just not that easy to start diving at legs. The rest of these lines I don't like. Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez, he could finish Daniel early, or it could just be a typical Kevin Holland when he just takes his time, is the better striker, stays on the outside. Brunno Ferreira should run through Jackson McVey. Brunno has very powerful hands. He's got good high-level judo. But this is a 4-minute line. We're going to leave that alone. I'm not going to touch the ladies here. I do think this fight goes long. There's some back and forth. But for women, both of them have a lot of finishes. Way more finishes than you typically get in female fights. And then obviously I'm not going to touch Max or Dustin because we just did the combined more for the significant strikes. Superman, Ryan Spann, and Lukasz Brzeski. This is one where I want to do the less. I do think this fight is pretty quick. I wish it was 1.5 rounds instead of just 1 round here. But let's go ahead and move on to significant strikes. There is a line here that I like very much. I'm going to show you why I like it. Let's take a look at Marcin Prachnow's line. Marcin Prachnow's line is 34.5 significant strikes. If we head over to my website, WeWantPicks.com, I have a tool called the Event Simulator. What this tool does, it takes every fighter on the card, which you can see here, and it simulates their fights with each other 100,000 times. So I just clicked Run Simulator. It is simulating the fights 100,000 times, and then we're going to get the outputs of those fights, and that's what we're going to use to grab our next line. So you can see here we have our fighter. I'm going to change this. We're going to select Marcin Prachnow. Now what it's showing is how many significant strikes it is expecting Marcin Prachniow to land in this fight. And the average line in wins and losses, the average line is 50.26 significant strikes. If we go back to PrizePicks, his line is 34.5. So let's do this. Let's take this average line. We'll move it to 34.5. And it is saying over 61% of the time, he will land more than 34.5 significant strikes. So we're going to use that. We're going to use the data. Every time I have used the simulator to grab one of these lines for PrizePicks or Underdog, that individual line hit. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to add the Marcin Prachniow more than 34.5 significant strikes, and we use the tools to do it. You can check out the event simulator and every other tool on my website right now. It's WeWantPicks.com. It is $10 for access, but that $10 is for access to everything, not just a simulator. That's picks, that's bets, that's other tools, and it's for an entire month. So you get UFC 318, Abu Dhabi next week, 2 fight nights after that. So this is our entry. I already placed this entry. Let's go ahead and take a look. We have the more on the combo strikes, 244.5 strikes. We have the more on Marcin Prachniow strike line. We just took that from the simulator. And we have the less on the Kyler Phillips 2 takedowns. I am most confident in the strike lines here, Marcin and the combo. The Kyler Phillips one I added for a little bit of juice. I'm still good with it, but if you want even safer, just remove that one from the mix. You can 3 times your money. This is my entry. If you like the entry, great. If you don't, that's fine. Build your own. Get the free money. That's the biggest thing here. Get the $50, the $50 instantly for free. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP.